All right, let's look at the homework 6.4, problem number 9. All right, so we want to decide whether the integral is improper. All right, but as you can see at lower limit, x equals 2, which makes the denominator 0. So you're going to have an infinite discontinuity there. So the integral is improper because the function has an infinite discontinuity in the interval 2 to 4. All right, so that's got to be the answer. All right, let's go ahead and check the answer. All right, we got the first part correctly, and then we need to determine whether it diverges or converges. All right, so let's do that. All right, first, to make it look a little bit better, I'm going to do a substitution. You don't have to actually, but I'm going to go ahead and do it. Let u be x minus 2. All right, then go through the usual drills. Take the derivative of u with respect to x is equal to 1. And take the reciprocal of both sides. So you have a dx over du. Reciprocal of 1 is still 1. And then I'm going to multiply through by du. So we can see that the dx is actually exactly the same thing as du. All right, since this is a definite integral, so original variable x goes from 2 to 4, right? Then the new variable u is going to be, right, when x is 2, 2 minus 2, so u is going to be 0. When x is 4, 4 minus 2, so u is going to be 2. All right, so we can rewrite this integral as integral from 0 to 2. All right, then you have a 1 over. All right, it's a square root of u. And dx is exactly the same thing as du. So we have this. All right. And then, as you can see that the troublemaker is when u is equal to 0. So what we can do is we can turn this into a limit. So we want to take the limit. And I'm going to replace 0 by, say, a. Right? And 2 is okay, so I keep it in. And a is going to approach 0 from the positive side because this is a lower limit. All right, and I don't like a fraction, so I'm going to write it as a u to the, right, u is sitting on the bottom, so it's a negative power. Square root is equivalent to 1/2 power, so it's going to be u to the negative 1/2 power with respect to u. All right, let's evaluate. So you have still have limit as a approaches 0 from the positive side. All right, let's look at the antiderivative. Add 1 to the power, so it's going to be positive 1/2. Divide by 1/2 is equivalent to multiply by 2. And then you're going from a to 2. Right? Then since 2 is just a constant multiple, we can kick it out of the limit. So we can just put 2 in front of the limit. And you have a limit as a approaches 0 from the positive side. And then we plug in 2, so square root of 2, 1/2 power is square root, right? Minus square root of a. All right, then a is going to 0. So we know that the square root of 0 is 0. So this guy approaches 0, so basically square root of a disappears. What's left is a square root of 2 inside, and there's a 2 outside, so it's going to be 2 times square root of 2. All right, so let's type it in. All right, so we have, so this is going to converge because we get a number, and converge to 2 square root of 2. All right, so let's check the answer. All right, I came back and looks like we got these guys correctly. All right, that's it. I hope that this was clear.